Today's a big monumental moment because it's my first time ever at the new Bev and I'm here to watch Okja. There's already a huge fucking line and I'm like kind of scared that I'm not gonna get in, but yeah, we'll just see. Oh my god, Bong Joon-ho is here. I know, I see him! Super stocky right now. Oh my god, I've actually seen him before, but
He used to shop at Amiibo all the time.
Tarantino meeting Bong right now. Right now. He's right there. This is Tarantino's meeting Bong Joon-ho right now.
Are you in mine?
I just got out of the theater and it was amazing. The new Bev has this strict no camera policy, which I'm like okay with, but I always get scared people are gonna call me, which my mom did like 3 fucking times. Anyways, I really like the movie. There was a lot of things going on. I'm going to probably do a review after I watch it one more time, actually on Netflix. I love Bong Joon-ho. So Tarantino and Bong Joon-ho did a Q&A before the screening and they kind of talked very briefly because I feel like there's so many spoilers that can come up if you haven't watched the movie, obviously. And for those who have watched it, I guess there's a after credits scene. So if you watched it and didn't see the after credits scene, go back right now and watch it. Something really funny happened. I'm with my friend and some Korean guy came up to him and was like, "Were you in the movie?" And it's like, dude, we're both Korean, like you should be able to tell us apart. What the hell? It's such nonsense. But I was like, dude, you could be famous. So my first time at the new Bev was a success. I loved it. Their popcorn is very good. It's not too buttery, it's not too salty, it's pretty much perfect, and it's super cheap, which is an A+ for me. I know I said I would do a review later on, but I was thinking, why not just do a really quick review right now? So if you haven't watched the film or want to like not know anything about it, just step away for a second. So I'm not going to go too much into the premise, but as a Bong Joon-ho fan and compared to his other films, this film kind of seems lighter in a sense where it actually has a happy ending. And despite its happy ending, don't expect it to be an easy ride because it is not. I'm not sure I would, I mean, I guess I would categorize it as pro-animal, but I also think it's more of a story about humanity and this girl's relationship with their pig. I really, really loved the beginning scenes of them in Korea. It felt so distinctly Bong Joon-ho, and I had so much fun just exploring the culture and the scenes there, especially the scenes where they're underground in the train area and in the tunnel is one of my favorite scenes ever. And I know that when they go to New York, it's like, it's not bad, but I always feel like because he's Korean, Bong Joon-ho, that all the scenes in Korea were just that much better. So when they do come to America, everything kind of gets more grim because we all know what's gonna happen. I really loved all the characters from Tilda Swinton to Jake Gyllenhaal, he's super wacky in this, but I kind of like it. I know that people kind of could see him being annoying, but I really appreciate everything that Jake Gyllenhaal does. Of course, Paul Dano and Steven Yeun are like 2 of my favorites ever. Steven Yeun is brilliant. Bong Joon-ho actually wrote this specific role for him, which, thank goodness. I think this is the first Korean film that actually portrays a Korean American ever in their native tongue, no matter how shitty it is, and shows us like the cultural barriers that comes with being in between both worlds, being an American and Korean. And I guess there was one subtitle part that was an inside joke because they wrote the English subtitles, but when Steven Yeun said it, it was completely different. And you wouldn't have been able to understand it unless you knew both languages, which I did. And me and my friend were like, what just happened? But I guess that was like part of the inside joke. And I really appreciated that because it dealt with translations and yeah, it was just funny. And I don't know if you know, but I don't eat pork or beef anymore due to health reasons. And I felt like the movie was kind of preaching to the choir. So I kind of want to know the perspectives of people who still do eat meat, if it actually encouraged you to maybe rethink. And maybe because I've seen so many documentaries about the meat industry, it wasn't so shocking to me. But regardless, I think as a viewer, kind of seeing what happens in those places can be quite traumatizing. And honestly, I always feel like these kinds of stories just make you more empathetic and keep you in tune with just humanity in general and how every creature they do have feelings. I really felt for Okja and her relationship with Miha and the little girl. Oh my gosh, she was so amazing, and she's like an action star. Like I cannot get over some of the scenes. And I just want to see her in more films. Her name is An So-hyun, and she just seems like a freaking superstar. She was so amazing in this film, and her relationship with Okja was so special. And I know a lot of people were saying how this film has so many genre bending qualities of it being like an action film, but also a coming of age story with her animal, and then it being like very political. And I didn't have any problem with that. I felt like this was a really great ride from start to finish, and I always just expect the worst, and I was like, how is this going to end? And luckily it did have a happy ending, but at the same time, at what cost? That is the sad part, is you survive after seeing all that, which is painful. It's so painful. And I'm really glad that Bong Joon-ho told this kind of story, especially because he is Korean. In Korean society, if you don't eat meat, you are literally shunned from everything. It's quite sad, but that is the reality, and I cannot even fathom what Koreans are actually thinking about this kind of story, and I'm pretty sure they'll continue eating it. But hopefully people watch this film and maybe rethink twice about eating meat or whatnot, and just be more conscious about what happens in those slaughterhouses and to those animals. Overall, I really loved Okja, and in all its political message, its friendship story, and just like the weird wackiness of it all, it just all worked. Please feel free to let me know what you thought, if you thought it was too pushy on its vegan message or whatnot, or how you enjoy Jake Gyllenhaal's wacky character or Tilda Swinton's twin. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning into my mini review. If you want more trailer reactions and film reviews, check out my blog, www.sosrealthoughts.com, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace.